Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory, yes. We're back on good old Satisfactory, back on a modded playthrough, ready for another day. And if you'd like to know what those mods are, the mod list is down in the description section down there, along with a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager, so you can download and install mods for yourself, yes. Anyway, so today, we are going to hopefully be working on our circuit boards and whatnot. Yes, because I had double the plastic between episodes and whatnot as well. So we got a secondary factory here now that's producing plastic. I also designed the roof since I was messing with these. I decided to design the roof. That I go for the. It's hard to spot from up here, or from down here. Sorry, not from up here. It's hard to spot from down here. I might go back over here and show you the roof design here. So basically, I designed it off some of those warehouse factories that you would see in like big warehousing districts and whatnot. Um, where is a ladder? There's a ladder. Hello, ladder. Let's go ahead and climb up here. Um, so yeah, I know I didn't design the roof with you guys watching, but that's okay. I think it's all right. But yeah, this is the type of roof. So now these little, careful not to fly off the edge there. So yeah, this one I did not. I was going to change it all to metal, and then that one could stay like concrete and tar because it's like rubber. And I'll just color this like kind of black-ish, maybe with some like I don't know. We'll design some like yellow striping, maybe I don't know. But yeah, I decided to finish off the roof while I was building these. So this is the top side of the refinery. This is where the little bits of it come out, and then you've got the big towering smokestacks here as well. Um, so yeah, and they're also connected completely as well, completely and fully. And I had to expand this out by quite a lot. This actually took me quite a while to duplicate. I think it took me like about 3.5 hours. It's pretty insane. I'll put that back in a minute. But yeah, it's pretty insane that how long it actually took me, but that's okay. This is why I left it out. Was and did it off camera because we've already seen this build, so I decided I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to have to build it again. Um, yeah, so all the plastic and then all the heavy oil residue that also goes into the basement. Oh, I didn't fix this ladder here. And that all goes down here. There was a little bit of a hill right here, so I had to kind of bury the pipes partially in concrete. But yeah, got them all connected. Got them all painted. Everything's looking nice. And I put a valve here so that the heavy oil from that doesn't snake its way back up to these pipes, so that it only goes the one direction. So, but yeah, seems to be pretty darn nice. I would say so myself. I think. I'm gonna probably end up coloring these. I don't know if I'll color them blue. It might be look a little weird if it's a big blue building. The triple B. But yeah, it might look a little bit weird. But yeah, I was using my truck to haul back metal and concrete and beams, and it's just, oh man, it's been a mess. This truck is like absolutely teeming full of all kinds of different things now, and whatnot. But yeah, so we should be able to start working on our circuit board factory now. Now that we got the plastic going. Um, so the plastic is what, 20 a minute or something like that per machine. I forgot to look. Let's go take a look. Oh, I also expanded. Go on this side. I also expanded the sinks as well a little bit, so that because we were producing so much plastic that the plastic and rubber were kind of jamming each other up, as well as the polymer resin. So I moved the polymer resin over here for now to sink it, and then we've got plastic and rubber got their own sinks now. As you can see, obviously the plastic is much more expensive than the rubber is, and whatnot. So almost a full belt of plastic, which is pretty good. Yeah, I definitely need to go take a look over at the other one. But yeah, in this roof too, I did this one on the rubber building. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna probably have a secondary rubber facility as well, and whatnot. Brakes. The brakes on this thing suck. I tell you, need some better brakes for that thing. Need to upgrade them. Get some air brakes, man. Yeah, so they produce 20 times 20. What was that? That was 400 a minute. So now we're doing 800 plastic a minute, and that's without overclocking. None of these machines are overclocked whatsoever. Now, yes, I could have overclocked those, but then I'd have to wait for more tickets, and yeah, it's just not worth it. And plus, having a secondary building for both plastic and rubber, I think would be pretty cool. The rubber one's going to go here, but I have ran into an issue, and that issue is I think I'm going to have to remove this miner here. This is what this is out here. Oh, there's a slug there too. There's a miner over here that was collecting limestone as one of the limestone collectors for our concrete factory, and now it's in the concrete. But yeah, because I need to, I'm eventually going to need to expand the rubber too, um, to super XL length. But yeah, I need to make a secondary rubber factory here, so that we can get actually, no, it'd be more rubber per minute. I think rubber does 30, doesn't it? It's either, I know it doesn't do the same as plastic. It's either 10 or it does 30. No, it does 20, huh? Okay, so this one's doing 400 per minute. Oh, is it the heavy oil that's different? Production rate? Yeah, okay. It was the heavy oil residue that does different on. The rubber produces more heavy oil residue than the plastic. I don't know. Does that make sense? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, uh, so yeah, this one does. So yeah, we eventually are gonna probably want 800 rubber. I don't actually know why I would, but having a bunch of factories inside the city is actually pretty darn cool. Oh, a little bumpy there. And freeze. I can accurately predict that. That's my damn hard drive for you. Also, if you hear any wind noise or uh, in my mic, or you hear like a fan in the background kind of humming away, uh, it's starting to get into the hot months over here. So I have a fan in the window currently. Eventually I'll have an AC, but still working on that one because the AC broke last year. And that's why it led to my graphics card overheating. Or my whole PC probably. But yeah, and I was also thinking too, I might end up, depending on how much area we're going to need, we might end up moving the circuit board factory to right here instead. I think this would make a pretty good circuit board factory because we can have the line of 15. We don't have to have two lines of machines. We just have one line of machines. And then this can be the circuit board factory. It's a little close to both the copper sheets and the plastic, and it needs both, which we can supply that. I think the plastic itself might be served underground, but the copper sheets can come along. Actually, no, the copper sheets might be underground as well, because we're kind of on our limit of expansion on the sides of each building, as far as that goes. But Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna move the circuit boards over here and just use up this entire area for circuit boards. Because this building can be super super tall if it wants to be, but I think, yeah, I think we'll just use this side. That'll be a pretty good area as well. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? Yes. Because we have the amount of plastic we need and we have the amount of copper sheets we need. So, production, assembler, and what's not. Which way should we have it coming in? Actually, yeah, it should be going this way because that's where that is. So, and if you remember, we're gonna do 15 machines. 15 machines doing circuit boards. We might even do more, but for now. Is the sidewalk down there? Yeah, the sidewalk's down there. Okay, so we want one space there. And then, let's see. No. That's right, the bounding box isn't what you measure off of, it's the actual legs of the machine. That's what you measure off of. Really wish I could center this a little better. That's okay, though. Yeah, perfect. That'll work great. Okay, and yep, that's where I want it. So then we go use the smart mod here to pull us out 15. Look at that. Look, 15 in a line. Look how much space that takes up. Just being side by side. This is why I wanted to move it. I thought it was a much better fit for over here. Okay, so this one, yeah, this is the sidewalk. This is inside the building, and then so we want it to end here, right in front of us here. So we're gonna hold down the P key, space it out, and see where it lands. We ideally want it to land every other one, essentially. We might not. We might have to place these manually because the spacing isn't exactly going to be the easiest thing to deal with. Because see, that's too far. And that's not enough. Oh wait, no, that's still too far. Okay, that's not enough, yeah. So that's not enough there. The only problem is if we space it out in a weird way, what'll end up happening is might cause some issues later. Yeah, that's definitely where I want it there. Wonder if we can. Let's take this away for a second. It's like I wonder if we can go like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that wasn't even the center. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Why is this building the way that it is? Oh, because the sidewalk's down there. I see. And the sidewalk's on this side too. Okay, so the center is going to be these two. Okay, so I got to remember that the center is these two. But it doesn't really matter per se. Let's say 1. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We do 14 there. It's not going to fit like that. Okay. Hmm. So what if I... Man, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? Unless we put it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, the 15 ends up clear out here on the sidewalk. Oof. Just a big ol' oof. So it's not quite enough. So that's why the spacing's all off, is because the building isn't... The building's not a good number, basically. If it was one more foundation, it'd be perfect. But it's not quite... It's not quite where we want it. We could put this assembler... it's like right on the edge. That ladder's gonna stick out, though. Okay, what if we do... It's like, okay, what if we do this, then? Oop. Maybe here. Yeah, that's fine. Still doesn't work, does it? It's not quite there. It's irritating. It's like, even if it was 14... Still wouldn't be able to space it. Actually, no, we would be able to space it. We'd be able to space it properly, too. That's a good thing. That, what was the numbers again? Let's see. Parts, no, yes. Because computers. Alright, let's check this out here. We'll do the calculations just one more time. Okay, so I've done the calculations just real quick while you guys weren't listening and looking. No, just kidding. Yeah, I did the calculations just one more time. So 14 will work. Okay. And I am completely fine with this, doing 14. That is just fine. And I forgot how this works. But yeah, having a center space. So 14. We should be able to space this out now to have a space between each. So, and that should be just fine. Yeah, and that perfectly lines up. I like having spaces in between machines. Okay, so 14. It's like it's 13.33 repeating. So 14 machines will do just fine. And whatnot. So bang. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, and I guess if we need any more, we'll just go up a floor. But yeah, we're going to... I don't know. I need to figure out how I'm going to do the walkways and stuff around this too. And whatnot. Okay, we also need to do the logistics side of things. And I'm almost wondering, I do want to do the logistics out here because we got so much space for it. And whatnot, and then it can all be brought in under the floor here. But I want the manifolds or the manifold system that goes to these machines. I want them to be visible, basically. So it's not just the machines that are sitting outside here. It's also everything else. Like you can see the bits coming in, basically. But it's all going to be coming in from underneath the floor. It's going to be above the floor temporarily, so you can see it. Basically, that's kind of what I want to go for, um, and whatnot. We could do. I was just thinking too. I was just like, what if we did like a very weird, almost circuit boardy style inputs and outputs? But that'd take way too long to design something like that, man. It'd be very strange. Anyway, so um, so now we got to figure out. Whoops. I meant to press O, not enter. Um, circuit board. We need to figure out. So 15 times 15 a minute times 14. 15 times 14 is 210. So 210. So yeah, one belt can handle that. Um, and then 30 times 14. 420. 420 blazer. 420, 480. Okay, so one belt can handle all this. It'll take a while for it to get 100% efficient, but we can build a manifold system for this and whatnot, and it should be just fine. Oh, you know something I didn't realize though is there's a space over here, but there's not a space over here, so I might have to redo the machine slightly. There'll still be a foundation spacing in between each. It'll just look weird. Yeah, because this is the sidewalk here, and the building wall will go right here, and we don't want this sticking out, so we need to move it basically half a foundation over. Um, and whatnot. And I also, I probably need to repaint these concrete structure. You know, and the floors and walls and stuff definitely need to be concrete on this building. Circuit boards are, you don't want anything that can conduct electricity near them. Circuit boards are very delicate. They're very delicate, and hell, most circuit, I think most circuit boards nowadays, like circuit boards, like stuff that goes into making these. They do a quality control and checks and all that when everything's done, but I think most of it's handled by machines anymore, isn't it? It's just like isn't it more like the electronics are not even touched by the human hand at all to ensure no problems, like it's all handled by machines, by robots. I think we should push this one forward because that'll give us more space in behind there. So yeah, we'll push it forward instead. Okay, so it's exactly half a foundation. Yeah. So we'll have half a foundation spacing on either side. Oops, 14, 15. That was almost one too many. So it should end up here, the edge of it. The edge of the machine. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Yep, that looks correct. I did push it forward. Yeah. Yeah, that way, because the wall is here, and that'll give a half a foundation spacing on either side. of it. Why are half of these like red? And half of them, like, they're usually only red when they're connected, but they don't have power. That's a strange one, Mr. Grinch. That's a strange one. Okay, so let's get some walls up here. That way we know our boundaries. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I did on the plastic and rubber. I'm going to run a beam, a ceiling beam, across each machine, and then we'll have the power strewn downwards from that. I think that will be the best way for that. I need to completely redo this, by the way. This isn't quite like I want it. Like, I'd rather have it in between here. But that would also look really weird. I might bring it to the middle and then bring it up um, for those. That way they're not taking up the sidewalk, because this is going to be taken up by like power poles and lights and things. So yeah, we might move those to the center eventually. I'll have to put that on my docket list to remember. I don't even know what a docket list is. Oh well. I'll put it on my to-do list. How about that? And then I'll forget the to-do list. First thing you put on a to-do list is not to lose or forget the to-do list. Second thing is to not forget that the to-do list even exists. The first forgetting thing was to not forget to take the to-do list with you. Keep the to-do list on hand. And then the second one's not to forget that it even exists. That's the thing too. Like, people are like, "Oh yeah, just write. You won't forget things if you just write stuff down. If you just take some extra time and write stuff down, it's just like, yeah, I write stuff down and then I forget that I wrote it down, and I'll lose it. I'll forget where it is. Be like, oh yeah, you wrote that down. Be like, crap, where is it? That's just me though. I'm just. Ooh, I have a good idea for the roof on this one. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna put a roof on this yet, but because we might expand it at some point in the future. But anyway, I was thinking, what if we build a roof that's kind of like one of these? Like, we have like the 4 meter ramp, then a flat spot, and then a 4 meter ramp, and then a flat spot, and then a 4 meter ramp, and we center the or no, we can't center it, but it'll be 4 meter flat spot, and then 4 meter, and then flat spot, and then 4 meter, and we just do that. That'd be a pretty cool looking roof. Can't center them over these since I kind of screwed that up trying to separate them out. Yeah, and we're also going to have walkways above these too, so basically it'll walk you towards that, um, and maybe I'll expand it out. I don't know. We'll have to see how this is going to work. There's a lot of sorry about that. That was actually me. There's a lot of weirdness to this. Like, to get walkways connected to a machine like this, it's very difficult um, and whatnot. So, like, yeah, we can hold control, and maybe we can get something to snap to it. Actually, can't even get anything to snap to this. It's just not snappable. It doesn't have its own grid. I think they were working on that. We'll work on that later. But yeah, I think they were working on that as well. So yeah, I'm thinking like logistics. Oh, I don't have any beams. Oh, I probably put all my beams in the truck. Yeah, I was carrying around a lot of crap to do that. I usually fill the truck up with a bunch of random crap, and then get her filled, and then get her all ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that should be enough. Oops. Pressing all the wrong keys today. What are you doing? That is not your mate. You do not need to mount my circuit board building. Something's getting frisky today. Okay. Now we have enough. Okay, so the first one obviously is going to be... Like, both of them are going to go up, I think. I don't know, though. Ooh. We might use the conveyor lift mod here. The covered lift mod. So, because the covered lifts are still broken, but the cool thing about the covered lifts is look how much shorter they can be. Okay, so there's a covered lift. I'll show you here. There's a covered lift, and then here's the normal lift. Look how much shorter they can be. I don't know why they don't allow it to be that short. Yeah, we might be using the covered lifts here. But yeah, basically what I want to do is I almost kind of want to have almost kind of want to have the materials coming in at a level that the walkway is at, so you can like inspect the products that are going into the machines. That's what I'm thinking. I think that'd be really, really cool. And whatnot. So you could like inspect the products as they're going into each machine and whatnot. So we need to set up like walkways that can allow us to do that kind of thing. I think that'd be really, really cool. Like this height, obviously, it's going to be too tall, maybe. Like maybe we have like one belt at this level, right? Going into the machine. So let's say logistics, because this is too tall, I think. I'm going to use the covered lift. Obviously, it's going to go to this. Then it's going to go to like a... hold on. Probably going to need to set this up like this. Actually, I kind of want to run it at the end. I think that'd be really cool. Like run it at the edge where the railing is. So you got all this walkway space, and then you can see the stuff coming in via the belt, right? I'm starting to go with more unique stuff since I've got more option to do this kind of thing. Actually, this is... Look at me. I'm not even T-posing there. Got my hands in my pockets in there. The pockets have holes, apparently. Whee! I am very broken. Okay, so that means the walkway will have to be over further. Actually, maybe the belt would get its own walkway. So we do like a double. That'd be weird though, but we can do it. We can try anyway. So yeah, this walkway will be the one where the belt is, right? And then this walkway is the one you walk on. put down a couple of ramps real quick. No, that's kind of... No. I don't like it. I hate it. I liked it. I like this way. This way's better. Okay. Yeah, so then you can inspect it. So then what we'll do is, for now, we're going to zoop this all the way down, because I think this is where I want this, right? We'll go that far for right now. Give me this real quick. Okay, so forgot I gotta double click it. No, I want this. Give me this. Thank you. Okay. So that goes there. I was just thinking too, it's just like, if I'm gonna have like walkways going, in between the machines and stuff like that, like I want, that's gonna be very awkward to have a belt right there. I don't know. We will think of something later. But yeah, we need to work on that as well, figuring it out. So we have a walkway here. Yeah, I don't quite want to go all the way to the floor. I want to have like, let's see how this looks. Yeah, then we can access the ladders to climb up and over. And the power is still above your head, so it's not, not a huge deal. We go one more. Maybe. No. This. And then we go up. It's like, it's very strange because it's like half on a thing because of where I started it. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. It dips down and then whatnot. I definitely want the circuit boards to be lifted up at the level of the walkway, so they can be inspected by hand. Yeah, I guess the material's coming in. We do have enough room to do it. We just got to figure out how to do it. And it is going to take me a minute to figure it out. But I suppose I could take that time. Yeah, I don't know. Give me a moment, I'll see what I can come up with. Okay then. So yeah, I came up with a few ideas. This one is my best one yet. I actually did build this a couple times for a moment there. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking, right? So instead of the product, I forgot to build the ramps, forgot to build the lifts from down there. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them through the floor. Let's see here. I was going to do this and I just kind of got sidetracked there for a moment. So yeah, we'll pull them through the floor here. I believe they're that far apart. So kind of like this. Have a walkway around. And of course we'll put some, we'll get rid of these and put some railings up. So we'll get rid of those. Architecture. Get rid of this one. Turn it into a bridge like this. So I've been putting the rails in the wall so that I get this like outer border. I think it looks really good as well. Get rid of both of those. Then we'll do a rail. This. And of course we'll do where's the logistics? Then maybe we'll pull the belts across. I mean, the rail's not too bad. I might have to get rid of it, though. We shall see. Let's see. That compared to... Grab one of them. Yeah, I would like the rail there, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that chance here. Of course, we could do that, too. And then leave these rails up like this. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And then it's just like, walk in. Yeah, walk in, inspect your stuff on your belt here as it's coming by. And then walk around in between. Go to this side, inspect your stuff as it's going in. Yeah, we could do that. I might be putting some like floor holes and stuff like that in these things because I'll show you an example. So this one, this has got a floor hole. I don't know if I can select it. Conveyor floor lift hole here. Because this one comes completely through the rail. Now obviously you can see inside this hole. I'm going to put a little architecture right there, like a, I don't know. Ooh, maybe we do that instead of the holes and stuff. We do like frames. I don't have any steel beams on me. That's fine. They're on the truck. But yeah, I was thinking of something like that though. Pulling it up through here. Now the reason this one is up higher than those is because it's got to go over the walkway, and I'm thinking of using the covered lift. Okay. Let's see here. So back all the way to the wall. So in. I forgot that it's the other way. Wait, no, it is right. Okay. But we gotta start it like this. Once we get it lined up. There we go. It might have to be pulled away from the wall a little bit and freeze. Yeah, I was a little late for that, or a little early for that one, but yeah, we could do that. Let's try that. Oop, try that once more. So yeah, using the covered lift mod, to get this little lift thing. I mean, we don't have to do it like this, but I like it. And of course, we could change that to a Mark IV. We could pull the belt so that you can walk underneath it as you're walking through the area. Then I'm going to pull the belt along this wall here and whatnot, right? That's another issue too. How are we going to get... Okay, so the lift would have to be a little bit further over to go down and then over and then into a merger and then onto the belt. Yeah, but then you can inspect the circuit boards that come off of the line here. Either that or we could do it like we did over there. Where we can just pull it underneath the floor here. Yeah, you inspect it here and then pull it underneath the floor. We'll pull it. That actually might be a better way of doing it because we still got to merge. So the lift can go out and then down and then over merge and just have a belt along the wall here. Yeah, that might be a better way of doing it rather than this. And I'm actually thinking about ditching like the entire underside of everything. You know, in a kind of in a sense, because everything else is going to be covered um, and whatnot. But yeah, this is what I've come up with. It's actually not too bad of an idea, so I'm going to go ahead and build it, and we'll be right back with you. Well, I got it partially done anyway. Went ahead and removed a bit, but yeah, here's kind of my idea. Uh, I think I'm going to have these in the middle as well. But these are 1 meter foundations. Luckily, the walkway actually sits above them just ever so slightly, so it actually meshes quite nicely with the build here. Oh, I forgot to reinstall those ramps, didn't I? That's okay. We'll just use this side. So this side, I am going to put concrete underneath most of the walkways here, I think. At least in some capacity. Obviously not underneath here, but yeah, I did go ahead and get the manifold set up for the back side here. So this is how I'm doing it, as well as I was thinking of, you know, obviously we're going to run the copper sheets and we're going to run the plastic all underground, but I wanted to come above ground briefly and run along this wall and connect up into here. I think that would be kind of cool, actually, you know, having some materials coming up out of the ground to go to specific buildings if they were underground in the first place. That's kind of what I'm thinking for that as well. I think that'd be really cool looking. Like I said, some of this is going to be under concrete and whatnot. But yeah, I decided to probably going to leave this out as well. The building of this. This did take me a little bit because it's just tedious, is all. It is just tedious. That's all it is. But yeah, this is going to be the access. Like this will be like the little maintenance area where you can see the materials going in and you know, building on the or moving along on the manifold system. We'll be able to see it from underneath here. I still don't know how I'm going to get down here, per se. Let me up. This is a 4 meter. Let me up. Thank you. Had to remind the game that was a 4 meter. Still don't know how I'm going to get down there yet, but maybe we'll figure something out. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking as well. Which I think it should look okay. Hopefully. Anyway. Let me do some logistics here. The other thing I want to kind of do is I kind of want to mess with some architecture here to maybe get some like support underneath these belts. I was hoping I could get that lined up right there. I mean, we could just do this. You know, that's not too bad. It's very simple. Like, I don't want to. We just got shot off, didn't we? Back over. I don't want to mess with it too much to where I'm spending like, you know, hours detailing and such. To me, that's not very much fun. Let's see. Oh no, that does fit the walkways. could like do this. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I'm actually quite happy with that. So it kind of gives like a warning, I guess you could say. It's almost like a warning to be careful around this stuff, you know. Now, obviously, we can't overlap that, which I guess is why I'm thankful the rail is here on the back side. Maybe we don't use these. We just won't go that far. But yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Just something simple. Obviously, when we try to overlap, those don't look too bad overlapping, but yeah, that's probably the best. Just like that. Yeah, just kind of cautionary type deal. Yeah, this one looks good. These center ones, I kind of, woo, buddy. And that belt's got some force to it, don't it? Yeah, just something simple. Obviously, I'm gonna build the rest of this factory before I put in the details. I just wanted to get something. You know, I was telling a buddy of mine, the one that was playing with this on Monday. Um, you know, Satisfactory is one of them games that it's yeah, it's one of them games, I guess, yeah, too. But it is one of those. It's like writing a book or painting a picture. When you have nothing, you know, you kind of have ideas. Like the game gives you kind of like ideas to start with, and what you want to try and focus towards. But the game doesn't tell you specifically what you need to do and how you need to do it. It just lets you kind of figure it out. So it's like I said, it's like writing a book or painting a picture. Like somebody gives you an idea, and then you got to come up with the rest of it yourself. Um, and I like that because you know, I, you know, it gives you a lot of creative freedom to be able to build how you would build, or build how yeah, basically, yeah, build how you would want to build. Like there is no restrictions. There is no I mean, there's restrictions on building in certain areas, but that's just more game limitation, or you know, certain things like that. So it's a little bit different. But yeah, there's like the game is like it's like that, and it gives you a lot of freedom to kind of do what you want to do and stuff like that. And I really do like that. It is quite a cool concept as well, um, to be able to give you that kind of freedom. It's like here's a goal. Now go accomplish the goal, however, whatever means that you want to accomplish that goal with. But yeah, I was talking to him and I was just like, you know, this game is it's like writing a book, it's like painting a picture. Um, that this game gives you that idea to get started with, and then you figure it out the rest yourself. So it it's also in that same way that you got to get something down before you can continue. Like if you have no idea, no clue what you're gonna do, you just have to get something down and hope it works out for a lot of the time. That's how I play, anyways. Where it's just like I force myself to get something down in this game, and then once it's there, I'll work off of that. You know, I try not to get too far ahead of myself in case I need to change something. Um, but yeah, it is one of those deals. So that's kind of how I'm doing it here, and this is why you know sometimes I'll you know it takes like 3 or 4 tries just to get an idea to come to life because there's just so much. Uh, there's just too much basically. it's it's like there's almost too much sometimes to think about and to get right. And it's like, and if you don't think about these things, you're gonna end up kind of shooting yourself in the foot. I was gonna say hurting yourself, but can't say that. Um, it's like shooting yourself in the foot, kinda. Where you build way too much and then it doesn't work out. I don't know why I'm doing this. Uh, and it doesn't work out, and then you're forced to completely destroy it, or almost completely destroy it, and then redo it again. So that is the problems that I run into in this game as well. And sometimes it just feels like you're just not getting anywhere, and whatnot. So yeah, just got to get something down. And once it's down, then it's easy. It's easy pickings from there. It's easy work. Once you get the draft, and geez, I almost ran right off the edge there. Once it's down, it's fine. But before that, you do have to work in some of the things. Come on, autosave. Uh-oh. Usually the autosave doesn't freeze this long. Um, that might be it for the game. I think it just crashed. Yeah, I can't even get back into the game anymore. Well, great timing. Great timing. Holy crap. Yeah, it's gone. Crap. That means I'm gonna lose about 10 minutes worth of progress. Um, well, that's a kind of a perfect time for our episode here. And what's not. Yeah, gonna have to leave it here, I guess. The game decided it was gonna go. Never actually had it straight up freeze like this. Um, but that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory, considering it is trying to crash right now. It is completely frozen. And that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and we will continue this next time on next time on Satisfactory. We will continue working on this. Like I said, I'm gonna do some stuff off camera, get this what we've already planned built, and then we'll work on the rest next time. But until then, I guess it's a goodbye.